Hello everyone, and look who's back. The Walford is back for a new season. Obviously, we left off last season with our big finale.
I'm already upset.
Series?
Thank you.
No,
We're
series
British.
is the end of everything.
No, series is a short concept, so like 6 episodes,
Right.
which is what we had. A season is an American concept, which is a long form.
Everything's so
24
mixed
episodes.
nowadays.
I know everyone calls everything seasons, but it annoys me.
Okay,
and I even
series,
myself.
okay.
I don't call it a season.
We are
Call it
back with a
season.
new series.
Call it a
of
season.
The Walford. Obviously, we had our big final last series with our singing competition.
We didn't know it was the final.
No, but it was.
But then we wrapped it up and thought, you know what, that's a good place to
That's a good
stop.
final.
Have a little rest for a couple of months. Welcome
We
to
are
the
back.
jungle,
Yes,
by
we're back
the
with a
way.
new set. Cost us thousands.
Billions.
So I hope everyone does enjoy.
Sponsored by IKEA.
Yes. Yeah. We did go to IKEA recently, didn't we? As you can tell.
Can you tell?
The sofa, the fake plants. So, yeah, oh, the light is there you can't see. The lamps.
Blanket
the
on the floor.
So, we've been to IKEA. We got the little bargain on this sofa, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did.
It was
Got it for half price.
In the corner where like things are discounted for some reason. X display and
Well,
stuff.
people know IKEA well enough. You have to follow the arrows around IKEA through the cafe. Then you go downstairs where all the boxes are, where you pick up the flat packs and the foods, like the bags of dime bars and
good.
like
Hot
Dutch.
dogs as well.
Yeah.
It's like, what are they, 30p the hot dog? The
Vegan hot dog was like 70p. That was
But
what
with
we,
extras.
Well, I don't think you were meant to get the extras for free though. But I think the guy was just being super generous to us because we were both kind of like lost.
We
confused.
did buy a sofa. So.
And we bought a sofa. So.
Oh, your mug is from IKEA?
Oh yes, this is my podcasting mug. Anyone who watches the Walford Weekly podcast might
Not heard
see.
of that.
No, it's a
No,
podcast
not
about
heard of it,
EastEnders. I
was
do it
it?
with some guy called Rob. I don't know.
Okay.
Some kind of ruffian. This is my podcast mug. So this is the mug I always use for podcasts. So no more expensive coffee cups anymore from the Starbucks.
My
down the
mug
road.
is in the shape of a cat.
I got you
For
that
people
as well.
who are watching and not listening, you get all these extras, you see. So we are back for another set of the Walford.
I think most people will be pleased we're back, but there may be an occasional one or two who might not be quite so pleased.
Right.
So hello especially to those who aren't very pleased to see us back. How are you doing? You doing all right?
They
Good,
are
I'm glad you
watching,
are.
so-
Of course they're watching. But they moan and then watch it and then moan about it.
Right. So let's get into what we're going on about then. So obviously we've been away for a while. Is there any updates in life that you need to address or talk about or anything? Anything on your mind?
I got a new car, as we know from series 1. I had an accident, but I don't think I got a new car by the end of the series. I got a new car and I hate it, and I don't want it anymore because you're getting a really cool car.
I'm going green.
You're going green. You're getting a battery-powered car.
Electric. Not battery powered. That sounds like a little go-kart. No, electric. Hopefully I'm getting it. I've not been confirmed yet.
No, that's true. But I'm very jealous, and I want it as well. It's a beautiful car. Was it Peugeot?
It's a Peugeot 208, but it's so weird. Like when I went for the test drive and like they give you a key, and because the cars I use are always so like cheap and old, like.
Yeah, we've
12
never
years
bought a
old.
brand new car our whole
Like
life.
you have to press a start button and then like you just have the key, so I just put it to the side.
Well,
There's no handbrake. Handbrake's a button.
It knows you're in the car because you have like the key in your pocket. So all you need to do is
like
start it
that.
up. I mean, this is probably
I feel
old
like my
tech.
mum or my dad like 20 years ago, how like, ooh, they've got electric windows. And I'd be like,
iPad.
oh, that's normal. So I'm glad I am doing this because it's keeping me current and young.
It's a lovely car.
I'm keeping
though.
up to date with technology, hopefully. So
And hopefully next year I can also keep up to date because I'm not the car. I'm looking at it right now and sends shivers down my spine. The car I've now got isn't long for this earth. It's like it's such a bad car.
that bad.
Oh, when I change gear from third to fourth, unless I keep hold of the steering wheel really tight, it moves me. It literally goes like that to the right. Many and
I don't
near
understand
misses.
anything about cars.
Something else I remember.
What?
I had my first vegan McDonald's.
Oh
I
yeah,
had the McPlant.
McPlant. Is it?
McPlant. Everything has the prefix of muck at the beginning. McFlurry, McPlant, McShake.
And how was it?
It was lovely. It was really
Tasted like a
good.
McDonald's, didn't it?
Yeah, it tasted like how I remember McDonald's quarter pounders with cheese taste like. And apparently the reason why it took so long for McDonald's, because Burger King and KFC and lots of brands...
KFC just got rid of them. They like have them on the board, but it says they're so good they've gone, and that's it. Like literally, they've gone. So I don't know what the deal is with that.
To be fair though, KFC, they didn't really go, although they were one of the first restaurants, they didn't go full out. Like Burger King, they cook their chips separate from where they cook the burgers. So they're able to make a complete vegan meal.
Real vegan.
True vegan, which is what McDonald's has also done.
Does it have its own little grill then, does it?
Yeah.
That's only used for just vegan patties.
That's it. And their chips are vegan already.
Yeah, but they're not grilled.
No, but they're like, the KFC can't say it's a true vegan because it's cooked
Might have a bit
on the grill with everything
foul.
else. Yeah, a bit foul.
But it was nice.
The McPlant was lovely. I've only had one.
Was there vegan tax on it, or was it normal price, or...?
No, it was a meal, and it was like $3.49, normal price for a McDonald's meal in the UK.
Some people listening may say that if you're vegan, you probably shouldn't go to McDonald's anyway, even if it's a vegan thing. How do you feel about that?
No, see, this is my point. If I was going out with friends and they all said, "Should we get something quick, a bite to eat?" and they say, "There's nothing wrong to just pop in a McDonald's if there's an option there." It's like anything. If there's an option there, I get the McDonald's is a very
There's a slot open,
carbon.
you take it.
Yeah, they use a lot of carbon, for transporting their food and their burgers and something other.
Yeah.
But the fact that they're trying something like this shows that they are actually taking a step forward. But I completely appreciate other people may not feel the same way and they wouldn't want to. But then I would say that those kind of people probably wouldn't eat a fast food meal anyway.
No, that's what I mean.
And I like
You're
greasy,
okay
dirty
too.
food. I love a mucky meal every now and then. On a Saturday night, we have our dirty dinner, and it's filth. Oh, it's filthy. It is filthy.
It was Chinese last week, wasn't it?
Because we found a vegan Chinese down the road. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tofu.
And salt and pepper chips, which are like the new invention in our world, which is amazing.
Well, we don't have them down. When we used to live in the south of England, there was no such thing. And I'm sure we'll get corrected now. But where we lived, there was no such thing as a salt and pepper chip.
They're like the best chips ever.
Moved up to Scotland, a mate of mine, Dan, he said, hi Dan, if you're watching, he said, I won't put on the Scottish accent, but he said, "Have you ever had salt and pepper chips from the Chinese?" I was like, "No, what's this?"
They were
blown
changing. They
my
were very good.
mind. They're amazing.
So also, we've got a discussion to talk about because Bad Girls has been repeated on TV. The famous prison drama, gritty, raw, real.
I mean, it's good.
Some of the best dialogue in any TV show history.
I have quotes.
So they've been repeating them. I watched them back in the late 90s.
No, it's the early 2000s.
Like 98, 99.
Oh, was it
the series one?
Oh, yeah, it must have been because my friend Lewis. Hi, Lewis, if you're watching. He watched it, and I used to make fun of him for watching it.
Yeah, you used to make fun of me.
Like,
I used to go on about how amazing it was.
Well, when we first got together, I had Sky. And I swear, the only reason you used to stay over at my house was to watch The Simpsons and Bad Girls on Sky television.
They had it repeating on like PBS at like half midnight or something like that.
Ridiculously late time. And I'd be like, I'm going to sleep. And you'd be like, I'm watching this.
But no, we've made it to series 4.
The best series, in my humble opinion.
And that's interesting because everyone says series 1 to 3 is the best and then it's downhill from 4. But you enjoy 4. So does that mean that the later series were made for a more modern
era
mind, maybe?
For me, I just feel like it found its stride in series 3. So series 1 and 2, it still was finding it couldn't work out what it wanted to be, and then by
it's kind
series
of camp and soapy, but kind of like also really horrible things.
This is the thing, though. It's a weird juxtaposition because there's these really ridiculous scenes in the show, like when they're making bog alcohol or they're trying to dig a hole, a tunnel under the jail, the prison to get out. And then there's some really dark scenes, like when is it Sylvia? Yeah. They break into Sylvia's house, and then they take cocaine and they make her dress up as a nurse or a maid, and they threaten her husband. They set fire to her husband in a coffin. So it's really weird because it doesn't seem to know what it wants to be. But I think
it's like a black comedy before black comedies were a thing in England, I guess.
No, black comedies have been a thing for years.
Yeah, but not as there's quite a few dramas which have that dark comedy twist to it now, which they didn't used to. Like Bad Girls and Footballers' Wives were like the first type of.
Well, no, they were the first
soapy.
They were soap dramas. Yeah. There was like a real resurgence because in the early 2000s, soaps really got popular again, like Coronation Street and EastEnders. Not that they weren't popular before, but they've got almost
a second wind.
A second wind, a huge boost of popularity. And so they thought, well, hang on, let's make a prime time drama series, which is soap, because the BBC had like a program called Hotel Babylon, which was like their version, which was also really
Danny
soapy.
Dyer was in it, wasn't he? Was he?
No, do you know the guy from
I'm thinking of Night and Day, maybe. I don't know.
No, Night and Day was meant to be a daytime and an evening soap on ITV. So they had a daytime episode at like 6 o'clock.
Which was a bit fluffy.
Yeah.
And the nighttime one.
And then they had a
sexy.
nighttime, which is a dark one. I suppose you could liken it to Hollyoaks Late. So they have
I love
Hollyoaks and Hollyoaks Later, yeah. Because they brought back Crossroads as well. And that was just terrible. And the way that's like the remake of the new Crossroads was that it was all a dream, and they basically were two women talking to each other about their
Checkout, wasn't it?
Checkout.
Yeah,
girls,
I remember seeing the last ever episode, but I didn't see any of it.
Everyone watched the last ever episode and was like, wow,
I was working at Tesco at the time, and I remember seeing it on like a newspaper when I was scanning through, and lots of people were not happy.
Well, it was silly.
End.
It was a knowing nod at the audience, but done in a really kind of patronising, childlike way. It wasn't fair. But yeah, no, I have to apologise, because I did say Bad Girls without having watched it was awful, and now I love it. I'm hooked. Who's your favourite character on Bad Girls?
What, the ones that you know?
Well, the ones I know up to series 4, yeah.
Sylvia, obviously. Sylvia's my favourite because she has so funny lines.
Mine's Di.
Oh yeah, Di. She's one of mine
Di's
too.
great. I love Di. She's so hoopless in love. And I love the new number one. He's like gay but doesn't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
And he got into bed with Fenner. Mm-hmm. And he kind of snuck into bed completely naked. And the next morning, the Jim was like, oh, morning. What? And he keeps using really horrible derogatory terms for gay people.
Yeah.
Which
some of the stuff on there would never be like allowed today.
No.
There's stuff later on which is like it would not pass today, but you've yet to see that. So that'd be fun for you to see the poor representation of
Sid Owen being on the show.
Different groups.
I'm very excited.
Yes. Other news that we've got. I mean, we've been away for so long. I just don't know what to do. We've got to catch up a bit later on with our main topic, which will catch everyone up from what we've missed since we've been away.
Okay.
So that'd be fun. But we've got I'm a Celebrity is back in the UK soon, so we're going to talk about the lineup of them.
Yes.
So I mean, it's been confirmed.
Oh, it has been confirmed.
But it's on video.
Inverted commas.
Yeah, inverted commas confirmed.
Quotation marks.
We shall see who they are, but know most of them, I think.
It's a good lineup. I mean, it got leaked at the weekend, and people kind of got excited about it. It's a decent lineup.
So Frankie Bridge,
from the
obviously her husband was in it, wasn't he, a few years ago, the football guy.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember him.
We met Frankie Bridge.
Did we?
Yeah, we went to a concert, remember? We were...
the Saturday?
Yeah, the BIC. Yeah, we saw the Saturdays live. It was quite early in our relationship.
I didn't know that was with you.
Yeah. Who did you think it was with?
I don't know. I didn't know I'd ever seen the Saturdays.
Yeah. Because you kept shouting, wave at me, Frankie!
Frankie?
Well, I don't know.
I didn't
one
know
of them.
Frankie. She had a short hair. Everyone at the hairdressers always wanted her haircut. That like short haircut she had.
Well, the people who worked there were people who came in.
Everyone. All women. All girls. Everyone wanted it.
It should just be for women.
So yeah, we know her. Apparently she's a Loose Women star. Matty Lee, who will be the eye candy of the series because he's an Olympian. Yeah. So he's Tom Daley's diving partner.
Is he... He's not gay, though, is he?
Don't know.
I don't want to out the guy. I don't think he is.
No idea. Why? Are you looking for a new partner?
I am. Yeah, I'm looking for someone who likes diving. Unfortunately, Tom Daley's been taken over.
He has, by Lance. Kadina Cox, don't know who she is. She was on MasterChef recently.
What, as a contestant?
As a celebrity contestant.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it says she did Paralympic, didn't she?
No, she's a cycling and athletics.
Paralympian, is it?
No.
Oh. How does she do cycling? Oh, I don't know. But going back to quickly Tom Daley, when you first told me about the leak and you said Tom Daley's partner was on it, I thought you meant his husband. You know, the director guy.
Lance Black, is it?
Is
Lance
it?
Black, I think
is it? I thought you meant him, and I thought, my God, how did they get him? That's a heck of a pull.
No, he's busy. And some football guy, David Ginola. Ginola?
That's how it's pronounced.
No, it
He's
isn't.
French. Ginola. David Ginola.
Oh, not Ginola.
No, it's not Ginola.
That sounds like cereal or something.
We always come unstuck with you in football, don't we?
Oh, it's just boring, so I'm scrolling past him. How old is he? 54. There you go.
I don't know a lot about him.
Louise Minchin from BBC Breakfast. She recently left the sofa, so, you know.
She could join our
It was
sofa.
on the cards.
Come on, Louise. Come join us.
Yeah. So she's harmless enough. I don't know anything about her because all the BBC presenters are just marshmallow vanilla, aren't they? Really?
Well, they have to be for the BBC, whereas the BBC wouldn't hire them. Look at Matt Baker. Although Matt Baker is a very good presenter. That's why I'm surprised.
He never did BBC Breakfast though.
He did the one show, but that's why I'm surprised that the BBC have kept. I say kept. He is slowly moving away from them, but Graham Norton. For so long, because Graham Norton was known for being on Channel 4 for being a real risky, sexualised TV presenter, and then he moved to the BBC and he toned himself right down.
I used to love Graham Norton on Channel 4. It was so funny.
So Graham Norton, he's good on the Eurovision. Old Graham Norton, he was a great replacement for Terry Wogan, but there's rumours now that he's leaving. He's going to leave the Eurovision.
Rylan taking over then.
Oh, I mean, I like Rylan, but I don't want him to do Eurovision.
He's too sappy. DJ Locksmith, you aware of him? No, he's a DJ, I gather.
If I leave my keys at home, I'll remember to call him.
Best known for being a member of East London's music quartet Rudimental. No Rudimental, so he's from them.
Oh, right.
Naughty Boy.
Oh, I know him. He's the guy. Oh my god, that's who I remember him as.
He was a bit weird, wasn't he? On
Gemma Collins, wasn't it?
Was it Gemma Collins or Katie Price?
I think it was Gemma Collins, because Gemma Collins wanted to make a song, and he was like proper.
Yeah, he was really
datey and flirty with her, wasn't he? He he kept to like.
It was
chatting her
either
up.
Gemma Collins or Katie Price. I can't remember which one it was, because she wanted to make a song too, didn't she? And then that guy.
Katie Price is always trying to reinvent her music career. Like, let's never forget that famous performance on Loose Women. Hanno! When she literally had to sing in front of them, like literally as we are now. Like, imagine Katie Price stood there and they were both all just sat there like going,
yes.
Oh, yes, that's
and they kept like plugging it, saying, "You're going to be really shocked, but how could she sound?"
And we were shocked, but not for that reason.
DJ Snoochie, another DJ.
Bless you.
She's a Radio 1 Extra host.
Okay.
So I don't know who she is.
Radio 1 Extra.
That's the only bit of information. There's 3 lines of information about her.
I don't want to sound old man here, but Radio 1 Extra is very much not aimed at our audience at all. Radio 1 Extra is like 15 to 18-year-olds.
We've got Danny Miller from Emmerdale.
Ooh! What's that hashtag? Rob Ron.
Croydon or something?
Rob Ron. Croydon.
I don't know.
Hashtag Croydon.
I don't know what their names are. He plays bad boy Aaron.
Yes, Rob Ron.
So he recently had his first child, so he needs extra dogs.
Oh, I thought he was gay.
No. Still have a child. He's had a child on Emmerdale.
That's true. I shouldn't
say Simon Gregson.
Yes,
Gregson from Corrie. I don't know who he plays. Steve. Someone.
Steve
McDonald, probably?
Yes, it is McDonald.
So, he's been on there for years. We've got Adam Woodyatt.
This is a surprise for me. And again, if you listen or
3
watch...
from soaps as well. That's unusual.
3 different soaps as well. Emmerdale, Coronation Street and EastEnders. Which makes me think...
There'll be a task.
And there'll be a task where you are either Team Emmerdale, Team Coronation Street or Team EastEnders. That's what I think they're going to do.
They could have used a better picture of Adam Woodyatt there, because he doesn't look like that anymore. He's
lost loads of weight. He looks really good. Really good for not being on the soap for an year.
Arlene Phillips is jumping in.
Yeah, I mean...
Isn't she like really old? Are they going to have 77?
77, that's not old now.
Yeah, but for I'm a Celebrity it is, isn't it?
No.
Was she
they had that lady, remember Lady...
What's her name? Lady C.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
she was,
true.
I think, older than that.
Richard Madeley, I didn't know he was doing it.
Didn't you?
No, I forgot.
I think that's a dangerous move for Richard Madeley.
Why?
Because...
He did The Circle?
Yes, but in The Circle is a much more... I don't know. He would probably have more control of what was shown. Well, with this, I don't think he'd have... And he's put his foot in it a lot recently. Ever since... Yeah, he's been hosting on Good Morning Britain recently. And he's been quite patronising to the guests, especially female ones.
Oh, I've not seen him. I normally quite like him.
I don't mind Richard Madeley. I love Judy and Richard together. Funny I did it that way around, isn't it?
Yeah, because they came back to this morning.
They
like
did.
One episode,
they did, and it was a really good episode as well. I loved them on This Morning.
So you go. I mean, when does that start? Like in a few weeks, I think.
End of November.
So we've got
the first episode is when is the day after my first Christmas party.
Right. Who's winning then?
Well, of course, I want Adam Woodyatt to win.
So do you think he will win?
I think he's got a good chance.
No, I'll put my bets on Who's it? Frankie. She'll win.
From the Saturdays.
Yeah, her or the diving guy. He'll probably come second and then do the This Morning competition, VTs.
Oh, yeah.
2 years.
Do you want to win £50,000 and a caravan? Yeah. Who's the one from Big Brother who's got the West Country accent?
Jodie.
Yeah, Jodie Marsh. Not Jodie Marsh.
Jodie Marsh.
Jodie Marsh. What happened to Jodie Marsh?
Jodie Gibbon. She's...
Gibbons.
Gibson?
Jodie.
Sorry. Jodie Marsh. I don't know, actually.
Well,
she was doing bodybuilding.
Yeah, and then tattooed herself up.
Yeah, and then I don't know. She's probably doing OnlyFans, maybe.
I don't think she does stuff like that anymore.
We'll find out next week. We'll do it. Deep dive into Jodie Marsh.
Okay.
Marsh's career.
Many a man has. If you guys know what's happened to Jodie Marsh, comment below if you're watching on YouTube.
So the next bit of news is something that was exciting for you, that you tried to make me excited for. Like Games Master is coming back with Sir Trevor McDonald.
As the Games Master.
As the head, which you can see here.
Right, so you don't understand this, but you think...
It looks like Power Rangers.
It's a bit like Power Rangers. Patrick...
So it's coming back to E4, and what is Games Master?
Well, Patrick Moore used to be the Games Master, who was the astronomer. Has he died?
Don't know who he is.
He wears a monocle and plays a xylophone.
No.
Okay. Well, he used to be the Games Master, and it was hosted by a guy called Dominic Diamond, and it was a kind of like a lads magazine show for teenagers who that's him, Patrick Moore, who
Dead 2012.
Oh, rest in
9th
peace,
of
Patrick
December.
Moore. Oh, bless him.
Let me carry on.
Should we dedicate this episode to him?
And just dedicate to Jodie Marsh.
And yeah, basically they used to play video games. I mean, it started off to begin with as more of a kind of like a child-friendly show, but then as the late 90s came in and like lads culture kind of came in.
What time was it on?
It was on at 6 o'clock on Channel 4.
I thought it would be on at like 10:30, 11 or something.
No, 6 o'clock on Channel 4. And they would they'd have video game challenges, but they'd have video game reviews and features and stuff like that. Now, the thing is that many, many video game programs in recent age have come and gone very quickly, because the thing is that now with the internet
and YouTube,
it happens so quickly nowadays.
Because Go 8-Bit was the last good game TV show, but that was like a game show.
Yeah, but that was a game show, which is
that's what this looks like.
Which is kind of what I think they're leaning toward this time with Games Master. This time round, they've made it more of a game show where they're getting celebrities on. They've kept the golden joystick, which is the prize that used to win. I mean, joysticks. Who uses joysticks anymore? That's the Amiga 500.
Should be like the golden analog stick or something. They should have updated it.
No, they shouldn't, because it's traditional. It's
like
a traditional
Blankety Blank, the check.
They kept the checkbook and pen. So, they kept that. I mean, the remake of Blankety Blank is excellent with Bradley Walsh.
Right.
So that would indicate to me that the remake of Games Master is going to be fantastic. I will give it a watch. It's weird they put it on E4, because I think it's about time that Channel 4 start shuffling up their 6 o'clock schedule, because it's been the same.
The news?
No, that's 7 o'clock.
Oh, is it?
6 o'clock used to
Simpsons.
be... 6 o'clock is The Simpsons and then Hollyoaks. And it's the same every day. In the old days, in the 90s... Channel 4 used to show at 6 o'clock a different thing every day. There'd be Games Master. There was a program called Movie Watch, which was hosted by Johnny Vaughan. There was another thing as well. And there would be a different thing at 6 o'clock every day. 6:30 was still consumed with Hollyoaks.
Of course.
But I said this to you actually coincidentally a couple of days ago without even thinking about this, that I think it's about time Channel 4 kind of gave up with The Simpsons, because most people...
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's like Friends.
It's on
every day.
it's on Sky every day. Most people have Sky. I would imagine most people would have either Sky or Disney Plus, and you can watch The Simpsons whenever you want on Disney Plus. It's streamed. I know there's the argument that you can do the same with Friends, that's on Netflix at the moment, but I just think it takes up a really precious space for Channel 4, 6 o'clock, where they could make a programme or many different programs that could fit a slot at 6 o'clock. It'd be more interesting to have...
That would make having to make 5 programs. You might as well have The Simpsons, because there's like a million episodes.
Yeah, but that's cheap and easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, but Channel
British
4...
TV.
Yeah, but no, it used to be. Channel 4 used to really... When I was a kid at school, the 6 o'clock slot on Channel 4 was basically straight after the...
Yeah, but if you're a
kids
kid
programs.
now, you don't watch stuff, you just watch it wherever. So that doesn't matter. It's not the 90s anymore.
But then change it to
Even if Games
people my
Master is
age.
coming back.
Change it to people my age. Then make the
They're
6
at
o'clock
work.
slot...
Well, they're meant to be at work.
No, they're not. Not at 6 o'clock.
They're not meant to be sitting on the sofa recording, moaning about the 90s.
Yeah, but
like us.
Basically, I got home from school and children's television would start. And this is when children's television didn't have the bracket either of what it is now, which is between 6 and 12-year-olds. Like, they go up to about 15, 16-year-olds, and I'll fight anyone who says otherwise. But look at Biker Grove and Grange Hill when it first
Didn't watch
started.
any of them.
That was aimed, and there was a documentary series on BBC called children's BBC called The Lowdown. And it was a really hard hitting program called Johnny Briggs. It was about a boy who lived in the north and his family were all unemployed.
Johnny Briggs.
So was it called Johnny Briggs?
I don't know.
I forget.
Johnny Quest.
Johnny, that's a cartoon thing. but they had a theme tune.
It sounds old.
But that's what I mean. It's TBBC and CITV and Nickelodeon now. They aim children's programming.
They're bringing back Hey Arnold. So,
yeah, but again, who's the audience aimed at? Like Rugrats came back to Paramount Plus. Who's the audience aimed at?
Weird art style, which I don't like.
Well, it's computer, isn't it?
Kind of. It's like, I don't know, it's weird.
Haven't they changed like all the voice artists of that as well? And like loads of people said that's a weird choice to make.
Sure.
Because
the voice artist of Chucky died.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, I think so. I think Yardley Smith does it now. Is it Yardley Smith? Who does Bart?
Lisa?
No, who does Bart? Her. She does
she probably does Chucky quite well.
Anyway, we are getting way off topic.
But anyway, I'm very excited about Games Master, but I don't think it's aimed at me. I don't think it's aimed at it's aimed at young people. I don't think it's aimed at a nostalgic audience, which is why it's a bit strange that
it must be because they're doing the joystick award.
That's what I was going to say. A reward.
Is it an award?
It's a trophy that you win for winning.
So yeah.
But I'll be interested to know, because I think it's an hour long as well, and the original Games Master was only half an hour. Obviously,
more adverts.
But that's not true, though. The rules for adverts haven't changed in the UK. It's just that their TV channels now separate them differently.
I watched an episode of Simpsons Series 32 the other day. The episode was 19 minutes long.
Yeah, but that's American television.
And the intro, for like the couch intro, was like 3 minutes. And then the end credits were like 2 minutes. So there was very little.
So the actual content of the show is 15 minutes long.
It was really short.
Yeah, but American television, network television is struggling in America. And I don't think there's the same regulation as there is in the UK. I don't quote me on this, but I think in an hour segment in the UK...
You're only allowed so many.
I think you're only allowed 9 minutes worth of adverts. And so what they do is they separate them a bit differently nowadays. They used to separate them that you'd only have 2, but now you tend to have about 3 in that hour slot. Because if you're clever, and you have a program end and a new one start on the hour, you could then have 3 minutes at the beginning and 3 minutes in this. That's why it feels like TV adverts have changed in the UK, but they really haven't.
On YouTube, you can have as many as you want. So,
well, it's
cut to one now.
To the discretion. Yeah. Shall we do that? See you in a bit.
Right, so before we go on to our main topic of the actual show that we're doing, there's this video I saw on TikTok. Yeah, we're back there again, everyone. Back to TikTok videos. Did you know this about bunny rabbits, is what I want to know.
Right.
Should I know? Well, I don't know. I didn't know. Look. They've got long tails. Did you know this? Look.
No. That rabbit looked quite distressed when that happened as well. That's like when you pull a pig's tail straight, curly. He didn't seem to like it. No, I didn't know that. Is that a real thing or was that just a trick?
Because she was trying it, because that was a...
Yeah, but it's on TikTok. Have you looked up to see if this is real?
Don't need to. There's been multiple bunny rabbits.
What, 3 bunny rabbits? It hardly is a reliable source. Multiple. TikTok. Are you sure that's not a trick? They might have just had like a cotton wool thing underneath the rabbit and they pulled it out to make it look like.
I don't know how to find
How
this
long
out.
are bunny rabbit tails?
Yeah, see, look.
What? They just keep them inside their body and then they twitch? Oh my god. Very relaxed rabbit.
So, that surprised me when I saw it.
So... That's weird because bunny rabbit tails twitch as well, don't they? When they're kind of like walking. That's surprising. Maybe we're just idiots and maybe everyone knows this.
Maybe. But when I saw that appear on TikTok, I was taken aback.
Who did you message anyone and tell them?
No, I saved it for now.
Oh, okay.
It's been building up.
I saved it for today.
Right, so are you ready to do our section? Our big section.
Yes, this is the big section of the show.
It is. Because we've been away for a while. Lots of stuff has happened that we've probably not been able to talk about or report on. So I have created a quick game called Cancelled or Not.
You've made this?
Yes. Are you surprised by my title card?
It just looks very
So we are going to see who has been cancelled. You have to say if they've been cancelled or not, and then I will let you know if they have or haven't and why.
Okay. So can I come up with reasons as well?
If you want, as long as not that real. Right, so our
I know
first
this one. Patsy Palmer.
Is Patsy Palmer.
I don't know if she's been cancelled. I think, but she did.
By that image, yes.
I was going to say, can I also just mention that I absolutely hate pictures of people who sit there looking at the camera and then pull a strand of hair from their head. It's like, what are you proving? You have hair.
So, cancelled or not cancelled, and then we can go through.
Okay, she's been cancelled, I believe, and the reason for it is that she's anti-vax, essentially.
Yes, she was like at a march for her school, wasn't she, in America?
In
She's
America.
gone all American, and she's marching, but she's saying she's not anti-vax, but she's not having the vaccine, and she doesn't like face coverings on her children. It's not fair, and wants more research and stuff
for
like
face
that.
coverings on her children.
So,
I mean, a lot of kids don't wear face coverings. It's not the law here either.
But she did. She posted about 19 things on Instagram stories, which were like stuff. So
that sounds like one of those things that when you said, a bit like that guy from not Talk Radio. Talk Radio.
Man.
The concrete guy.
Man.
He made a mistake. He said that you could grow concrete and then kind of quickly backtracked. But it's one of those things, and there's a name for it as well, for when you basically know that you were wrong,
but you can't admit it. You've gone too far.
You've gone too far that you have to then kind of say and make proof. Because he got an expert on who he said claimed that you could grow concrete, and the guy was like, well, yeah, kind of.
In a few thousand years.
Yeah, it's basically the evolution of how rocks and,
And he was like, well, how long do trees take to grow? It's like,
well, not that long.
Idiot. Right, so next up is Trisha Paytas.
I believe she has been cancelled.
Again, yeah.
But it's because she she upset Ethan... whatever his name is, on the H3 podcast.
No.
Oh, this is a new one.
This is a new one.
Oh, Christ.
That was ages ago. So has she been cancelled? So you don't think she's been cancelled then?
Well, no. I thought she'd been cancelled from the first time. just say, yeah, she's been cancelled.
Yeah, so she has been cancelled because... Let me show you an image, which will kind of explain. She uploaded a vlog because she has... she got new dining room chairs. And on these dining room chairs were all made of rabbit skins.
Right.
And during the vlog, when she was showing these off with her fiance, she turned to him and said, should we say that or not? Haha. And he said, yeah. And she kept that in the vlog. People obviously caught on to that. She then edited that bit out of the vlog.
Oh, then she edited it out later.
Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later, she announced that she is now vegan. So she's going vegan now. And she posted a picture of her fridge today.
All right, let's have a look.
Saying my vegan fridge. Where if you look up here, you've got
butter,
and then lots of
butter. Oh, all those chocolates aren't vegan.
And then if you look down into the corner there's lots of eggs under there, and
a whopper, and a whopper, and then
it's an
Impossible
she's
Whopper.
Put vegan fridge, she's actually covered up
Kerrywood butter.
So she's trying.
I mean, she's
not vegan, and she's cancelled. And yes, they use 6 rabbit skin furs to create these things, and obviously the skinning and making fur is like a much more horrible process, even compared to like killing animals for meat. Like skinning rabbits is
don't they skin them when they're still
alive? Yes, and they electrocute them, I think.
Yeah, there's some consciousness in them while they're being skinned, because otherwise, if you skin them when they're dead, the furs kind of shrivel up or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs. It's sick. So
cancelled again, but we're forever hopeful for her next revamp.
Yes, her next one. Trisha Paytas is one of those people, to me, not so much now, I've heard that, but Kerry Katona used to do some god-awful things.
You forgive her?
But I couldn't not forgive her. I used to always forgive her for it.
Yeah, think about them. Okay, so next on the list is Big Bird. Has he been cancelled recently or not?
I hope not. I love Big Bird.
His little face.
And Elmo. I know, he's so cute, Big Bird.
Could he be cancelled?
I'm trying to think what he could be cancelled for. It would be something obviously Sesame Street related.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
what makes you say that?
Well, it'd be basically an educational lesson that a lot of people, especially American, Republicans, would be like, woke society.
I will say, not all of these on this list are all cancelled.
No, I didn't think they are. I don't think Big Bird is cancelled, but if he is cancelled... didn't Big Bird... This was years ago, though. Didn't they say that Big Bird was asexual? And that he was neither a he or a she?
Oh, really? Is that cancelable offence, is it?
Well, it is to some people, isn't it? So Big Bird announced that... they announced that they were them.
I don't know.
I believe that's true.
Okay, do you think he's cancelled?
Yeah, go on, say cancelled.
Oh, they are cancelled.
They're cancelled. Oh,
You're wrong, they haven't been cancelled. Do you want to know why?
Because Big Bird's amazing.
Because Big Bird tweeted out recently that he, or they, have just had the COVID vaccine.
Oh,
So
my
their
wing.
wing is feeling a little sore, but I'll give my body extra protective boost that keeps me and others healthy.
That's tremendous, and I think that's a really, really cool thing to do.
So no, can't cancel Big Bird because he's getting his vaccine and he's doing his part.
Do you know who else? Do you know who else got their vaccine? Morph.
Did he?
Yeah.
What about the other one?
Chad.
He wouldn't, would he?
Chad was a bit angry, wasn't he? He was an angry one. He was. But Morph's had his vaccine.
Good.
Morph posted it on his Twitter account. He had the vaccine put in his arm. I'll send you the picture so you can post it on the screen so people can see it. But yeah.
So Travis Scott, you may not recognise.
I have no idea who he is.
Well, it's been big news the past few days, but he is the husband or fiance to Kylie Jenner, and he is a rapper, allegedly, or a musician. He did the big concert recently where over 8 people got killed and over 20 people were left in hospital.
Oh, in Texas.
Yes, in Houston, I think.
Yeah.
And he's had a bit of issues because he continued singing and performing during all this, even though there was ambulance in his view. People climbing onto the stage asking him to stop the performance, and he just ignored them and carried on. And there's a really weird, creepy video where someone is literally dying and he's just ad-libbing.
Wow.
It's all really like weird and demonic, and there's loads of weird online theories about him. You know how people get on
Tin
like
Hat
it's
time.
so he's like part of the Illuminati and it's sacrifice, and he's doing all these weird things.
Well, working for Freeway, or that furniture company.
He's married to a Jenner.
Yeah.
So
Well, with knowing that information, I'm going to say not cancelled.
oh, he's cancelled
Because you never told me.
because it's just very awful what he was doing.
Oh, it's
There's been loads of
awful.
videos, and there's a video of Adele from years ago in a huge arena, like 3 times the size of what he was doing, and someone fainted and she stopped the whole performance.
I remember that.
She stopped it all and waited for them to get help.
I love Adele.
So
Oh, Adele. I can't wait for a new album to come out.
a few weeks, yeah.
Oh,
There's
my
a special on ITV and in American Oprah. So she's doing 2 specials.
Kelly Clarkson's doing a Christmas special. I sent Ben a message saying, because he loves Kelly Clarkson. You've seen her live, haven't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So I was on Twitter.
I can remember that one.
And Kelly Clarkson tweeted, "That's right, folks. I'm doing a Christmas special on the 1st of December."
Anymore.
Oh, come on.
Because she's like Ellen now. She just does a show like Ellen. I was like,
Yeah, but not like Ellen.
oh no, not like Ellen.
Sharpening
but
her
like,
knives.
she's like the new Ellen. So I don't really care for her talk show, I'm afraid.
It's not a talk show. It's an NBC special.
No, I still don't care.
Oh, I think you would care. It's got everything. It's got Kelly Clarkson. It's got Christmas.
Mariah Carey's got a new Christmas song out, by the way.
A new one.
Yeah, another
Is
one.
it just? It's only just another remake. Of All I Want for Christmas.
It's got
yeah.
2 people on it. Right, so next up
Eating a
is
crisp.
next up is Sarah Jane Dunn. Do you know who she is?
Nope.
She's from Hollyoaks.
Oh, not cancelled.
Right.
Apart from in the eyes of Channel 4. Because
That's
Channel
correct.
4 have cancelled her because they've sacked her because she's got an OnlyFans page.
That's right.
Hollyoaks. Even though she's on one of the most sexualised British soaps in the history
And she's
of
been
mankind.
a character on it for like over 20 years. More than 20 years.
And Channel 4 have sacked her. And I don't know her OnlyFans because it's not my cup of tea. But I understand that her OnlyFans isn't sex or anything
Just
like that. It's just her
lingerie
wearing her
model, yeah.
lingerie. Which is fine. More power to her. Why shouldn't she make some money if she wants to make
I
money
know,
from that?
it's a really bad decision, I feel.
But by her or by Channel 4?
No, by Channel 4 for axing her character. It's just ridiculous.
It feels...
And they said it's some 18 plus websites people aren't allowed to do. So it's not even like a blanket rule, like all over 18 websites. So
Oh, so it's not all... But what other over 18 are
they
there?
didn't say, but I think it's really bad. But she made £141,000 in 1 week. So
No, good for her.
she's like tripling her wage in 1 week.
I'd be really, 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 really interested to know if
They kill her off.
No, if
character.
that situation was a man with the same thing would have happened. I bet it wouldn't have. I'll bet you £1 million if a guy on Hollyoaks.
She wasn't even doing nude thing. Then you can only sign up to OnlyFans if you're 18 and you have to prove it. So it's like safer than.
Yeah, but it's really
Twitter.
sexualised soap as well. Like Hollyoaks is not. They used to release a calendar. I don't know if they still do.
Babes and hunks.
But I bet you if that was a man,
And she was in the Babes calendars that they profited from.
she should sue Channel 4 or the production company. I don't know if it's Channel 4 because I don't think it's
Limewood, isn't it?
Yeah, Channel 4 don't make they lease the slots to different production companies. So Channel 4 don't actually directly make the show. So we shouldn't actually, because this could be liable and we could be sued here, Ben. We could be sued.
Well, it's Hollyoaks then. They're just.
Well, Lime, I think it's Lime Pictures or something like Lime Pictures, something like that. But no, like I say, if that was a guy, I bet you nothing would have been said. Nothing at all.
Yeah. Well, she's not cancelled. She's here to stay. Right. So we've got Kirsty and Phil.
They should be cancelled.
Location.
Assholes. Kirsty, I'm not that fussed about. I know you don't. You're really wound up with Kirsty, but Phil, he's a right prize.
You can swear on this show.
Okay, no, I'm not going to say that word.
Fucking bastard. No,
he's a dickhead.
Dickhead.
I want to use a very strong word because he is a very strong word, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go that far on the show. But he's awful. He posted himself on Twitter. It's all Twitter's to blame. Him holding up, I forget what the animal was now.
Deer,
I think. And going, oh, my first kill.
Yeah, I've been waiting ages to do this.
Yeah, I've been waiting ages to do this. And threw the head around and kept tapping it. Knob. Absolute cock. And, bleh. So I've got no time for him at all.
She
no
just
time
posts
at all.
loads of ridiculous stuff on Twitter as well. She does. So,
Well, she's quite posh, mumsy, British, middle class idiot, isn't she? So she's harmless to me because she doesn't do anything offensive. But what Phil did is offensive. And the fact, again, Channel 4, what's wrong with you? Channel 4 still air their TV show. They still show their show.
I used to like watching that, but I don't anymore.
Oh, our principal, I won't watch.
So what is your
anything they
options then?
Well, they should be cancelled, but they're not. No, they've not been cancelled.
No, but to us, they've been cancelled.
They're cancelled to me.
So Chris Pratt from Parks and Recreation and Marvel Universe films.
It's time for me.
What do you think about Chris Pratt? Have you heard anything about him? Is he cancelled? Is he not cancelled? Is he?
I don't know. I know anything about him. He's playing Mario in the new Mario film.
Yeah, that's true. Is that enough to cancel it?
Near enough. See, a lot of people have been getting upset about that, but actually, I think the casting of the new Mario film is quite funny.
No, it's awful.
I think it's quite funny because everyone expected it to be, because when they said it was made by Illumination, which are the same people who made the Minions film, everyone expected it to be just kind of like Mario jumping around going woohoo, yeah, and like no kind of dialogue or anything like that. And the fact they've not taken that step, I think, is braver. As long as they don't use, like, what's the thing when they put the dots on their face and they use capture?
Oh, yeah.
As long as they don't do that for Mario, so Mario looks like some kind of, like, Chris Pratt Mario hybrid, then I'm fine with that.
So you're here for Chris Pratt still, yeah? Not cancelled?
I don't think he's done anything wrong.
No?
What's he done? Oh, he has done something wrong.
He has been cancelled very recently. He posted... I mean, there's a few things with Chris Pratt where people have said...
a few things.
Said, like, he supports, like, those weird churches, doesn't he, where they're very anti-LGBT and he sends them support money.
Really?
Yes.
That surprises me.
And he posted, like, a thing on Instagram recently where he was thanking his wife and being a Christian and things. He was thanking her all because she was able to deliver him a healthy baby because she's pregnant. And the thing that has upset people is his ex, Anne, from the Scary Movie films. What's her name? Anne Ferreira, the blonde one.
Oh,
the
right.
funny one.
Yeah,
his
yeah,
ex. Yeah. She and him had a child who has health issues. And people were saying, why have you said, thank you, Lord, for giving me a healthy child?
So kind of downgrading his first child as if it's irrelevant now. And not that's...
And he posted something on Instagram like a day later saying, I was running through the forest listening to my Christian music and it helped me reevaluate everything. It's like, what is so weird?
It's so weird.
It's so weird because I know him as Andy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to think, no, Chris isn't like that. I refuse to believe it, but And all these weird things are coming out about him.
That's such
He's
a
like
shame.
a white collar Christian American person. But,
I mean, there was always hints.
He's
of
not
it.
done an actual statement about what he said.
No.
He could have just meant thank you for having a healthy child, but it's just...
Why post that publicly as well? Like, that's no better than a mum saying, like, on Facebook that their daughter got a third place certificate for making an egg with crest coming out of it. You know, it's like, no. Why post that publicly? I don't get that. There's no point. Yeah. Do you think he would have done that on purpose?
It's a very Christian white couple. Even the photo isn't it? Of like them on a sofa, and she's like lovingly looking at it.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll beat her later.
Right, so the last one, Dolly Parton, has she been cancelled?
I sincerely hope not. So far, there's only been one who's not been cancelled. That's Big Bird.
Yes. And Hollyoaks Woman, she's not cancelled.
Oh, well, technically she had been cancelled, I would say, by the TV network.
This is general population opinion. Thank you very much. So what's Dolly Parton done?
Oh, so she has done something?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
No, because she's an ally of the LGBTQ plus community.
Right.
So automatically tick. I love her. Her music is fantastic. She doesn't use social media, so the only way she communicates with the outside
She did
world...
a TikTok of her getting a vaccine once, didn't she?
Oh, there you go, another positive then. So when she does, she's friends with Miley Cyrus. She's related to Miley. Well, she's the godmother
yes.
of Miley Cyrus. Like, all these things are very positive. So unless I live in a world where that's a negative thing, I don't.
Well, you thought Chris Pratt wasn't cancelled.
Well, no, I've just not heard anything about Chris Pratt.
Right. Have you heard about Dolly Parton though?
No, I've not heard anything about Dolly Parton.
So not cancelled?
Not she's cancelled.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I hope she's not. Phew.
No, she's not. She recently was in a list of celebrities who have never been cancelled and and everyone is a fan of them.
Yeah, she's great.
So, ending on a positive there.
Although there was that one time when she did Glastonbury and loads of people accused her for miming. And
she does not mime.
No, I know she doesn't, but loads of people, and they basically, people had to be told that with live broadcasts, especially with music events, when there's basically a camera like really far back, zoomed in quite far in, because obviously the audience being there, they can't have a camera like up to the face like that.
Yeah.
The delay between the sound that you hear on the microphone and the vision that you see from the camera that's far away, it can actually look like someone's miming. And a lot of people kind of said, oh, no, she's miming. And then it was explained that that's the reason why that happens during television broadcasts of live music events. So that caused a bit of a stir.
But she's not cancelled, so we're happy.
I hope not. She's fantastic. Dolly Parton's on the list of people who, when they die, I'm literally going to take the day off work and mourn. It's her, David Attenborough.
Trisha.
Yes, Trisha Paytas. Of course. I love Dolly
Big Bird.
Oh, Big Bird. I love Sesame Street.
So there you go. You're all caught up now on
I'm
things that
glad.
you've missed for the past few months. Phew. So you know all the info. Just to finish up on, I just came across this video, which surprised me. Like, you have like charity videos here where like they show poor children in Africa or...
Why are you doing inverted commas? Poor children in Africa?
A lot, they only ever show you like... people in a hut. Yes, but there's also places where in Africa where they have proper cities and infrastructure and everything.
Oh, hello. This is a side I never knew of you.
I'm just saying, this is linked to this video.
Okay, continue.
But,
come on. Who wants to cancel Ben after this episode?
There's advertisements in in Germany.
All right.
Where they are saying send aid and help to America. And it's like
What I say, America is a third world country.
That's what I'm saying. So this person said they actually have videos saying help feed America in Germany. And I just thought, this is so weird. You don't think of it, do you? Because this is the advert here. So she lives across... Her poor diet could lead to diabetes, heart disease. Cats here.
Charlie's arrived.
This is a video. This is an advert in Germany saying "send help to America."
Oh my god! It's got the actress from Pitch Perfect, the main one.
Yeah,
I don't know her name. My apologies to the actress if she's watching.
America needs Germany's help. struggling to afford food. How weird is that?
That is weird. The thing is, it doesn't surprise me because look at the food banks in the UK. Look at the huge divide between the rich and the poor in the UK. Like, it's amazing, the divide that's happened.
China has one as well, saying help America.
China?
Yeah.
See, don't you think this could also be a kind of like a snide kind of like push for almost kind of an insult to America by doing things like this, especially with China? China and America in a bit, especially when Trump was the president, there was a bit of a spat between them, wasn't there? Where one was trying to be the superpower over the other one. I mean, China's not exactly perfect, is it?
I know.
China's got lots of
weird,
problems.
You don't really think about like how other countries perceive other countries. Like you only sort of in your own sort of bubble. But I've always thought that was so strange.
But it goes to show that every country has their but we have there's in-house, I'm using the term in-house, but there's charities within the UK for homeless people, there's shelter, there's charities for children. I mean, in America it's a bit of a different situation because their medical healthcare, I don't know enough about America, but their medical healthcare system isn't exactly free, is it? They have Mediaid or Medicaid or something like that over there, but it's not like the NHS is in the UK where it's free on appointment. You literally can go into a hospital and get free medical health care. While in America, you still have to do it through some sort of insurance system. So the medical system, so that's quite a big, if you think about it, that's a kind of poverty, something a country of poverty could be argued would have. I just like I say, in the UK we have problems. Like there's people who are jobless. There's families using food banks in the UK. It's just disgusting. I mean, in the ideal world, there would be no charities whatsoever, and that governments would be able to filter money in the right places.
Well, the Tesla guy, what's his name? What's his name? Tesla.
Oh God, Elon Musk.
Yes, he has.
He quoted Margaret Thatcher.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, but he did. He used a quote from Margaret Thatcher from the 80s, or he paraphrased a quote from Margaret Thatcher, basically along the lines of, when the money runs out from basically the poor paying tax, you have to then go to the rich to get the money. And he's like, this is unfair. He tweeted that. Elon bloody Musk played Wario on Saturday Night Live.
A company tweeted him and said,
what a lovable guy.
2.4%, 2 billion will end world poverty and hunger. Elon Musk, that would be like 10% of what you have.
Drop in the ocean, yeah.
He said, if you can prove to me that it will do it, I will give that money and see what happens. And they've not been able to actually prove that giving that money would do it. And then I think yesterday or today, he said that he is selling up loads of his Tesla stocks, like 80% of them, and putting them in all towards good things. So, will he do it? I don't know.
Well, like he gave the why did the stupid thing is that why did he say prove it and I'll give you the money? He doesn't need that
because
but he doesn't need that 10% or whatever of his money.
But he's basically he is saying that it's going to the people who are running the charities or the events and things, and doesn't actually go to actually helping in the end. It just ends up paying off. Yeah, but what's it matter to him
if it's going somewhere toward charity?
Because he would send all that money, and there would still be world poverty. He's saying if it can be done, just tell me how, and I can do it.
Yeah, but okay, fine. Then what he should do then is instead of saying like, "Oh, I'm going to sell off my stock, and I'm going to only give 10% if you can prove to me that my money will help," why don't he say, "You know what? Let's set up. Let's go to the UN, set up some kind of group within the UN that can organise." Money, sharing money and schemes and governments within each country. He's right in the sense that a lot of money that goes to Africa, for argument's sake, actually gets absorbed by the governments and they keep it for themselves before it then gets sent on to people who actually need it. You need to kind of inject it directly into the problem rather than kind of like smearing the money around the problem in the general area. But I just think that was a really egotistical thing for Elon Musk to say. I don't think that was him kind of being like, oh, I'm sympathetic, but I think there's a better way. I think that's Elon Musk kind of pushing his weight around again and just basically saying, well, I've got the money, but I don't want to give it.
I mean, this was the thing. He did a Twitter poll. This is what it was, one day ago.
A Twitter poll. Let's ask the general public, because we always know they do a good job.
Much is made lately of unrealised gains being a means of tax avoidance, so I propose selling 10% of my Tesla stock. Do you support it, yes or no? I will abide with whatever result this goes. And it was 58% yes.
Yeah, but only 58%.
So he said, note, I do not take a cash salary or bonus from anywhere. I only have stock. Thus, the only way for me to pay taxes is to sell stock.
I mean, fine, but then he's just openly admitted that he's been avoiding tax for most of his time because he doesn't pay himself a wage. So again, he's basically...
No, the only way for me to pay tax is to sell stock.
Yeah, but that's what he said at the beginning. I do not take a wage. Misconception. But he's saying I do not take a wage, so I don't pay any taxes on it. So he's openly saying that he does tax avoidance, but he's doing it in such a way he's making himself look good. Oh, I've not paid tax for years, but you know what? I could pay tax, so
I'd have to sell my stock.
Yeah. Oh, but do you see what I mean?
So you're not going to get a Tesla e-car, no?
Don't piss off.
No, right.
No, don't give that knobhead anything. Fucking no.
Right, well, there you go. That was our welcome back to the Walford podcast with our new set, and we got through all our topics.
I know. I told you I'd end up going on a rant. I said to Ben, before we started, Ben said, right, we'll make it this long and it'll be fine, and we'll do this and the other, and it'll be fine. We'll do it quite smoothly. And I said, no, because I'll end up going on a rant. And sooner or later, it would happen. And it happened right at the end when he talked about Elon Musk.
Right.
Although I did start on one with Phil as well.
Yeah, Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer.
There you go. That is the end of this week's The Walford. So we will catch you again next week.